Hey everybody, welcome back. We're here for another comic review. I'm Dave Herndon.
I'm David Komer.
And today we're going to bring you the final piece of our Comic-Con coverage from the Motor City Comic-Con. It was, a month and a half ago already, but this is the final issue of some of the independent comics we picked up while we were there. It's called True Power. It's from some
Chad Kovach and Brian Shop.
There's some local Michigan guys. They're self-published through DM Comics. Chad Kovach is the writer. Brian Shop is the artist, I do believe. I want to make sure that's correct. Created and written by Chad and Brian together. Penciled by Brian. Inked and colored by Chad. So I guess they both wrote and drew it. But I got to start out with how much I absolutely love the idea of independent and creator-owned books.
Sure.
It's just, not everybody can make it big right away, and I think this is a great way to get your foot into the industry. You have a product you can show people, not just sketches.
Right.
And like it's this DM Comics, and we worked with a couple other ones, a couple other independent book producers. It looks just like a real book. It is a real book.
Looks like a mainstream publication, definitely.
I really like this too. It's on almost like cardstock. It's a little bit heavier duty than a regular comic.
Yes.
I gotta say that Chad and Brian were both great guys. I'm not sure if you met them while we were there.
No, I didn't.
But I spoke with them, and they were both very passionate about the industry. You can tell that they're going to go far. They just need to be discovered. They're great guys. They even autographed the copy they gave us.
Well, one cool thing about True Power is it starts with a great idea. You've got, supposedly there were 10 champions on Earth, and only one remains. And cities, I really love the turn of phrase. It started off saying that cities have become graveyards. And, so the story at times, it was a little hard to follow, but I really like the whole idea of it, and it's got a lot of potential. Also, you'll notice the colors in there just pop. They just scream out at you. And I think part of that's a product of the really high quality paper stock they used. And obviously it helps if you can ink too, which obviously these guys can.
Yeah, I gotta say, like,
really neat spreads.
I gotta say, while this, it's not necessarily my style. It's not something I personally would necessarily pick up every time. The concept behind it is really good. It's got serious potential, and it definitely brings back fondness of my childhood. This is like flipping through these pages is like looking at an 8-bit Nintendo game scrolling across the screen. I'm not sure that's what they were going for, but that's definitely what popped into my mind. And
that's true. It really does.
I grew up in the area of 8-bit Nintendo, and it's amazing. I didn't even necessarily have to read it; just to pop it open and look at it. It brought back my childhood right there.
Oh yeah. So yeah, some of the art is really cool, and like I said, the colors. They're going to grab you by the throat when you open it up right away. It's very cool. Like I said, the story can be fine-tuned a little bit, but obviously this is just the first issue, so they have a lot of room to grow, and I'm sure a lot more is going to make sense the more that gets explained. So, it's really neat.
I got to say, one of my only big complaints about the book is I love being able to flip through and read a book. Then all of a sudden right here about the middle, you got a splash page. You got to turn the book sideways to get it. It's me being nitpicky, I guess, but I really like to read a book like this. I don't want to have to sit and rotate.
Right.
That being said, this is one of the cooler pieces of art in the entire comic.
Without a doubt.
And I get why they did it that way.
Easily.
Overall, I'd give this book a solid B.
Yeah.
It's got potential. They definitely have room to grow, but it's not bad either.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a B-, but I'm interested to see where the story goes, and I think that's the biggest thing. Especially you're starting off with the first issue, you're trying to get a world established, and I thought, for me, I was instantly transported just with the first few pages even, and so I'm really curious, and just to see where it goes. So it was a fun read. True Power.